Derek Dahl looking to make a serious slide job inside Donnie Dotson for the runner-up spot. Charlier has the advantage.
Donnie Dotson on the outside. He'll fan back out single file. They come back to the line, and we're one lap in, now 2 of 12. And down the back straightaway, car number 12, Daryl Charlier out in front, but here comes Dotson on the bottom, and Derek Dahl back in third spot. He's on the transfer spot, and great racing in the back out of turn 4.
Butch McGill makes a great slide job on Wiley Ford. Wiley
Trouble in turn number 2. Derek Shaw gets turned around. He about got into the 702 of Wiley Ford. Ford kept going. Another car has stalled on the back straightaway. And they're going to throw the caution out on this one right in front of the leaders. Everybody making quick, evasive move to miss it. And, wow. Is that Sparky Davidson in the 1D?
Yes, that is Sparky Davidson in the 1D out of Weston, West Virginia.
Caution coming out for Sparky Davidson. In the car, number 1D out of Weston, West Virginia, as Brandon Gregory just said. How about Daryl Charlier, man? Good jump out in front.
He is a PPMS regular. Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. He's a regular in the crate class up there as well as modified.
Hey, shout out to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania Motor Speedway, just outside of Pittsburgh in Imperial, Pennsylvania. The Ultimate Northeast Super Late Model Series will be in action there next Saturday for a 5,000 to win race up there. Shout out to Rose and Jeff Compton and everybody on the Ultimate Northeast Tour. The Ultimate Battle of the Bluegrass tonight at Richmond, Kentucky for the Butch Shea Memorial. They will then be in action after the race at Imperial, PA next week. The Ultimate Northeast will be at Hagerstown Speedway in Maryland for a 5,000 to win show.
One of my favorite tracks I've never got to go to. I've never got to go to Hagerstown.
I'll be announcing that event coming up in 2 weeks. Looking forward to going to Hagerstown Speedway. So like you, Brandon, another track to check off the announcer bucket list, so to speak.
They're in Deer Creek. I'd like to go to Deer Creek one time.
Coming to 4 laps complete, 8 to go in B main number 1. Here they come to the firing line. Daryl Charlier will start on the outside beside Dotson in 15. Green flag going back of the air. They'll dive into turn 1. And oh my goodness, Derek Dahl got slung like a rag doll. Here comes Billy Beachler, and Derek Shaw spins out of turn 2 on the bottom of the racetrack. We're still green, and they're 3 wide out of turn 4 for 4th. No caution yet. Now the yellow flag will fly. They'll go back to the last completed lap. Going to go back to the last completed lap. Caution coming out for car number 93. Derek Shaw to Buchanan, West Virginia.
There's definitely a difference, Wesley, in 2 ends. One end was in the shade earlier while we were qualifying. It's got a little bit more grip.
Yeah.
And one was out in the sun. So it's a little bit of contrasting style. But again, once the track takes rubber, it'll be a great equalizer. I think you're going to see a great show tonight in the 50-lapper.
Track in great conditions for the time being right now. The driver to Buchanan, West Virginia. Again, car number 93 of Derek Shaw. Another driver of Fast Track that came out of Buchanan, West Virginia. David Watts. I remember watching that young guy build up his career in super racing now in the car number 04.
Yes.
And, of course, seeing Derek Shaw now in the 93. He'll go to the tail. The choose rule will be in effect. Drivers will choose inside or outside of their choose. And what I love about the choose rule, Brandon Gregory, is let's say, for instance, verbatim 44, McDonald. Everybody in front of him can go to the inside and choose to go to the bottom. McDonald in 44 can go to the outside lane and battle beside your leader, Charlier, and if he comes back around a lap at speed, he's battling for second.
Yeah, exactly.
I love the choose rule. Awesome format here for the Fast Track Racing Series as they come to the line. We're now 8 laps to go, 4 laps in, 1/3 of the way. Green flag goes back in the air, 3 wide for second as Dotson's in the middle lane. Brandon off of turn 1 and 2.
Derek Dahl looks to the high line outside Donnie Dotson for the second spot. He throws it in on the top, makes it stick, give Dotson the advantage.
We're seeing some heavy hitters bumping, banging, slashing, gouging, doing whatever they can to get in. McDonald spins in front of the field, and they all pile in. Wally Ford's involved. So is the other machine of the 1D, Sparky Davidson. And Wally Ford got some damage from it, but he kept going in 702. The caution coming out again, and, well, we got a lap scored. We're on lap 5 now. Caution coming out yet again. Just after 9 o'clock Eastern Time, we are here at Tyler County Speedway in Middlebourne, West Virginia, just near the Ohio State line. It is the inaugural running of the 7,000 to win Great American Crate Race. You know, NASCAR in Daytona has the Great American Race. This is the Great American Crate Race on dirt, baby, and this is awesome. We rocking and rolling.
It might be akin to the Great American Bash by the end of it. Remember
yes,
the old
sir.
Remember the old WCW
yes,
wrestling
sir.
event? Yeah. That's what I think of when I think of Great American Crate Race. I thought Great American Bash, because you're going to have guys going a lot of the same speed with these 604 engines, and it is going to be wild.
They have called for stoppage of racing on the track. The red flag is out over the Speedway. Working on cleanup in turn number 2 after that incident involving those 3 cars. Of course, the 1D of Sparky Davidson got caught up in it. So did the 44 of McDonald. They all begin to roll away again. And also the other car, the 702 of Wiley Ford, he got damaged, Brandon Gregory, but he was able to roll away and keep going.
Yeah. A little bit of bent-up sheet metal. Aerodynamics won't matter much here, so it'll be okay.
Lineup being decided here. 5 laps are scored of 12. B-Main number 1. And, hey, we're taking 3. These are some intense laps around this racetrack. These dozen laps, these drivers are going to fight and claw to get one of those 3 spots.
And you've got a lot of feature winners in the field that that are on the outside looking in right now.
That's right. And if you do not make it in from these B-Mains, the 3 spots, you got to hope to have a provisional. If not, you're on the trailer and your night's done.
Michael Doritsky's won a feature.
That's right.
Butch McGill's won a feature, and Spagnola's car, Spagnola's won a feature
That's
as well.
right. A.J. Spagnola drive that car for many times. And now the man getting out of super late model racing, back of the crate car. Butch McGill in the 5A. We're back for the restart. And on the jump, Daryl Shalier out in front. Dodson in second, and a power move for third. About to go 3 wide on the outside. They come to the line. Billy Beechler on the outside looking in with Garrett Paw. Sparky Davidson. That battle heats up. Brandon out of turn 2.
Stretching out front, Derek Dahl in the transfer spot. Garrett Paul working the high side around Billy Beechler.
Trouble! Turn 4! And they all slam, bam, thank you, bam, in the corner. Derek Shaw's involved. Kylie Ford's involved. Butch McGill's involved. Sparky Davidson's involved. And McDonald's involved.
That was a big crash.
That's what I call open up a Waffle House. We got them scattered, smothered, and covered with a metal omelet mayhem of destruction in turn 4. Big one in the B-Main. Caution's out. Yellow flag coming out for 4 or 5 car pileup. Man, there was so much contact there. A couple of cars got airborne in the process. Derek Shaw's 93 got up in the air a little bit, came back down on all 4s.
I was watching the front of the field. How would that one happen?
They just lost it there. One car went around, and from there on it blocked the path. And I think it started with, oh my goodness, that number 702, Kylie Ford. And he got into it also with Derek Shaw. Shaw plowed into him. McDonald got into it there as well. And a couple other cars had nowhere to go. So did Sparky Davidson. Sparky says, I'm done. I'm out of here. He goes up behind the wall out of turn 2.
Butch McGill was in the middle of that too, and I think somebody went over his nose. But the interesting thing to watch here, Wesley, the rest of this B-Main will be the battle between Derek Dahl and Billy
Look at
Beechler.
Shaw's car.
Yeah.
The Rocket out of Buchanan, West Virginia, completely looking like a tin can on the passenger right side of that machine. Wow.
He could use some Kyle Strickler work and just pull the door off.
Yep.
Like Kyle did last week during the
like
Mega
a
100.
modified now.
Yeah, like he did in the Mega 100.
Anthony Kale says they just had a big wreck at Daytona, too. Yeah, we had a big one here just a moment ago. B-Main 1 at America's Baddest Bull Ring, Tyler County Speedway. Hey, you were talking about the 50th run-in of the Hillbilly 100, Carl Short's event. Well, we're excited to be a part of that event as well. The Fast Track Racing Series, powered by Chevrolet Performance, will return here to the Bull Ring on Saturday night. I believe it's August 31st, Saturday night, September the 1st, and that'll be for round number 2 of what we call our Labor Day East Coast Rumble. That'll be a 2,000 win race right now, tentative. And, of course, that's all part of that big 50,000 to win Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series event here at Tyler County Speedway on Labor Day Sunday.
Absolutely. A lot of guys come in from around the area and make a lot of noise. Jared Hawkins has been here and got close. Jacob Hawkins will probably have a car in the field. Tyler Carpenter, Freddie Carpenter. A lot of guys, Paul Wilmoth usually puts a car in the show at some point. Mike Benedum will be here.
That's right.
It's an intense, and this is a track that is, it doesn't necessarily favor big name guys because, it takes a lot of guys with familiarity to the place that maybe run here every week to really get a feel for it. It's not something you can come in here once a year and really be good at, although unless your name's Scott Bloomquist.
Yeah. And by the way, Scott Bloomquist picked up his 599th career win last night at Cherokee Speedway. The question is, what track will it be where he gets win number 600? Because obviously Smoky Mountain got postponed tonight, the weather.
I was wondering. I was going to say, did it get rained out? If
It
not,
did.
he's got to be. It's in Marysville, Tennessee, right? Which is not far from him.
They were actually supposed to be at Smoky Mountain tonight, and the decision was made at the last minute this morning to postpone that event because of 4 or 5 inches of rain that fell last night there. So, yep.
So we are single file here. Dale Charlier, Donnie Dodson, Derek Dahl, Billy Beechler, and Garrett Paul, your top 5.
And only 3 cars will transfer in. Daryl Chalier out in front in that car, number 12. Donnie Dodson in second. Derek Dahl third. And Derek Dahl racing normally in super late models.
Yeah.
He's only raced super late models here and other tracks I've seen him run. And
have you?
The first time in 6 years back in a crate car, he was telling me this.